the Detroit Lions taking on the Denver Broncos.
The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Denver Broncos. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. It's been a tough man to slow down, so this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Murray from midfield. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 6th touchdown. Off the option, here's Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw here. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Murray now on 1st down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Murray now to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now Murray again, looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at about the 14. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Lions have recovered.
So, partner, that play broke huge, and when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back, but in this case,
that's not his role.
No, not ultimately, because he didn't do what? He didn't secure the football. And if he had done that, that play would have been spectacular. Instead, he turns it over.
Yeah, a big play, all for naught. And incomplete on the deep ball. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, and that'll bring up second down. Now a give here to Pollard. And down inside the 15 he goes. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed...
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Let it run, and it's picked. And the Broncos will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. That's going to set him back 5 yards. They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 8. This is the tight end Fant. So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Now he'll try to run with this. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Play fake. Murray. He's got his man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. Now Murray. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a...
And in for the Lions touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's the option, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4, now third down. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. 20! And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Murray now on first down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after a touchdown.
That's caught. Gabriel Davis with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 4. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So we have reached well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
1st down, Murray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. I know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
59 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Thomas brings it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Flushed out right, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Lions Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And the play that polished it off was the touchdown run by Kyler Murray. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And he's been one of their few bright spots here this afternoon.
And as you pointed out, so far he's gotten his. That's not been the issue at all. But the teammates, the other guys, they've been shut down. That's why the defensive guys have to feel pretty good, even though he's over 100 yards.
Yeah, he topped 100 with that last catch. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Williams is going to have the 1st down and a little more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. How about that? Their quarterback. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return now by Alford. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Thomas. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Throwing again on second down. Murray. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Murray. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively, and 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They're going to look to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the 1st. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 89 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Murray now. takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case,
trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yes. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be a third and about 13. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Pollard. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now here's Pollard.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And they open the lead up now to 25. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way up.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The corner, Stephon Gilmore on the stop. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw it, Murray. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
117 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Detroit,
they level their mark at 4-4 on the year.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon.